The flame reborn, Shailputri's divine return, day 1 of Navratri. When a goddess dies in flames, the universe trembles. The fire blazed high in Daksha's grand yagna. Gods, sages, and kings watched in awe, but the seat of Mahadev remained empty. Sati, the goddess of devotion, stood in the flames, not from weakness, but from unbearable pain. Her father had humiliated her lord, her soul's truth, Shiva, the Eternal One, and so she burned, not just in fire, but in resolve. As her soul left her body, the cosmos shuddered. Mahadev roared, and the universe bent in sorrow. Centuries passed. In the stillness of the Himalayas, a child was born. Her eyes calm as the moon, her heart fierce as lightning. She was called Shailputri, the daughter of the mountain. But this was no ordinary birth. This was the return of Sati, reborn, awakened, silent yet powerful. From her childhood, she wandered the mountains, speaking not of toys or games, but of Shiva. Her soul remembered, her fire had not died. Clad in red, lotus in one hand and a trident in the other, she rides the bull Nandi, not in war, but in peace, not in vengeance, but in power. She is the seed of the divine feminine rising once again. The journey begins here, not in the heavens, but in the roots. She is Shailputri, goddess of the earth, queen of the Muladhara, the root of all life, of all power. The first night of Navratri belongs to her to ground us, to remind us who we are, to anchor the soul before it soars. Her energy is calm yet unshakable. Her blessings? The strength to rise again after loss, after heartbreak, after destruction. Devi Shailputriai Namam. Om Devi Shailputriai Nama. From ashes she rose, not as a memory, but as a mountain. This is Shailputri, the beginning of all power, the first flame of Navratri. Let me know when you're ready for day 2, Brahmacharini. The tale of Navratri does not begin with battle. It begins with pain, with sacrifice, with a flame that chose to burn for love, not for power. Long ago, in the celestial court of Daksha Prajapati, an arrogant yagna was performed. The gods assembled, fire danced, mantras echoed, but one name was missing, Shiva, the formless, the fearless, the eternal, not invited, not respected, deliberately humiliated. And in that moment, the goddess Sati, daughter of Daksha and wife of Shiva, stood in the fire, not as a victim, but as a witness to divine insult. She looked at her father, her creator in this life. She looked at the empty seat where Shiva should have sat, and she knew this world was not yet ready for truth. So she let the flames consume her body, but not her soul. The fire rose high, and from its ashes, destiny shifted. Shiva's rage turned the universe silent. He wandered with her lifeless body, eyes closed, heart scorched. It was Vishnu, the preserver, who had to sever the body into sacred fragments, letting them fall upon the earth, birthing the Shakti Pithas. But this was not the end. This was the beginning. Centuries later, in the snowy arms of the Himalayas, under skies older than memory, she returned, born as the daughter of the mountain king Himavan, this time not as Sati, but as Shailputri, the daughter of the mountain. Her first cries echoed through silent cliffs, her gaze held the same fire, her soul remembered the pain and the love. She was calm, grounded, radiant. But within her was the silent determination of a goddess who once chose fire over injustice. As she grew, she did not play with ornaments or jewels. She meditated, she prayed, and deep within the forest paths, she whispered the name Shiva, again and again, like a memory echoing through lifetimes. People saw her and felt peace. Birds stopped mid-flight, the winds bowed. Because this was no ordinary girl, this was Adi Shakti in her most grounded form, clad in crimson, a lotus blooming in her left hand, a trident, sharp and steady, in her right, and beneath her feet a mighty bull, Nandi, her eternal companion, calm and powerful. She did not arrive with thunder or war cries. She arrived with stillness, with resolve. She is the awakening of Muladhara, the root chakra, the foundation of existence. Without her, there is no rise, no flight, no transformation. She is not just the first step, she is the earth itself, steady beneath all divinity. And so begins Navratri. Day 1, the day of Shailputri, the energy of beginnings, of balance, of unwavering strength, drawn not from rage, but from knowing. She teaches us, before you rise like lightning, root yourself like a mountain. Before you roar, be still. Before you fight, remember who you are. Invoke her on this day. Close your eyes, breathe deep, feel the earth beneath you. She is there, listening, guiding, anchoring. Mantra, Devi Shailputri Namam. Om Devi Shailputri Namah. From the ashes of loss to the peaks of rebirth, she walks again among us, no longer Sati, but Shailputri, She is the seed, the soil, and the sacred stillness. She is the first flame of Navratri, and the promise that from silence, power will rise. Liked this divine journey? This is just the beginning of the Navratri Mahakatha series. What happens when the goddess chooses silence over weapons and penance over power? She becomes Brahmacharini, the one who doesn't fight the world. She transforms it through devotion. This is the story of Maa Brahmacharini, the goddess of unyielding tapasya, of inner fire, of divine patience. Born as Parvati, daughter of the Himalayas, she chooses not the palace, but the path of meditation. Barefoot, unadorned, alone, for thousands of years, her only goal to reunite with her divine love, Mahadev. But to do so, she must conquer hunger, ego, time, and even death, with nothing but faith. This is not a tale of battle, it is a tale of becoming. Subscribe to Divine Katha for more cinematic stories from the scriptures, told like never before. Tap the bell icon so you don't miss the next divine episode, The Light of Tapasya. Tell us in the comments, what part of Maa Shailputri's story touched your soul the most? Share this with someone who needs grounding, strength, and divine energy today. From flame to mountain, the goddess walks with us. Will you walk with her?